Here we go. Los Lingos Falls, also known as Linguish Falls. See some pretty good sized fish in there. It looks pretty deep. Essentially a dark abyss. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm back out in the Texas Panhandle, driving through the Cap Rock Escarpment right now. So today's hike is one I have been waiting for a couple of years. I'm really shocked that this area is not some type of national monument or some kind of national park or anything like that. Maybe one day it will be, but regardless, we're going to a place that has extreme historic significance to the state of Texas and the country. So we are heading into Los Lingos Canyon, which is also known as the Valley of Tears. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a big history buff, so I've read quite a bit about this for years, the history and everything, and this is something I really didn't know if I'd get a chance to see in person, so I will definitely take all of this in, fully enjoy it. It's going to be quite warm today. Usually I don't hike when it's this warm out here, mainly because of rattlesnakes. There are 3 types of rattlesnakes out here in this area: Western Diamondback, Prairie Rattlesnake, and Massasauga. So I would be extremely shocked if we don't see at least 1 or 2 of them. I mean, the other handful of people I know that have been down here to this area have seen snakes pretty much every time they've gone. So got my snake gear just in case. Anyway, looking forward to today. It should be epic. So this is overlooking Los Lingos Canyon. Los Lingos Creek goes right through the middle. There's several good slots here. What I think is one of the biggest and deepest slot canyons in Texas is right down there. This area has a lot of historical significance, especially 150 years ago. The Comancheros would come and trade with the Comanches and other tribes, trade food, bison hides, and even slaves, hence the name Valley of Tears. So people would report that they'd hear crying and wailing and all kinds of other atrocities from people that are being held as slaves down here in this canyon. So despite its immense beauty, it also does have kind of a sad past, but it is gorgeous. This is a place I didn't know I'd ever get to see with my own eyes. Dropping down into the canyon. All right, we are in the creek bed. Should be a slot up ahead. All right, this is the Linguish Narrows. Probably the most prolific slot out here. It is deep. 40, 50, maybe even 60 feet in some places. Wow. This looks like Utah, man. Man, it is deep. I'll walk over here. Golly, it is long. Man, it just keeps going. Goodness.
52. Roy Meek. I should Google him.
Yeah.
Look like a fish, so I don't know.
And what's that thing on the right? It looks like a pig or something, but I don't know. Maybe that's just an etching.
Found some pictographs. It's a big one. Oh yeah, I'll get that.
Oh wow, girls. Oh, this is. No wonder I keep hearing y'all say wow.
So there's pictographs up there, like
Mine is always
swirly like a snail,
insane.
maybe a fish.
Right on your all's pictures. You
Hard to see.
No, you're good. And then. Freaking awesome.
I just got my screen fixed. I seem to shatter it every time. Like an antelope canyon-ish.
Ooh, it does with her standing there.
Yeah.
Todd, is this your slide that we keep hearing about?
This could be one too. That's
So
another slide.
That may be a slide.
That might be the slide. How bizarre.
Not sure. Just takes much more.
Way up there. Golly.
Far away one. They look what? I look skinnier, far away. That's what I've been correct. Take my
Amazing.
pictures at that one dude. Do not post those.
Look at the dark.
Man. Just blown away by how enormous this is.
Oh. Are you touching the actual blue wire?
Man. Quite a bit of older graffiti in here. Pretty cool, huh? Are we in Texas or Utah? This must be where the wormhole is. There it is. It's not that bad. So when I mentioned the Valley of Tears and I talked about how there were slaves, a lot of times they would be held up in areas like this, where they couldn't get out essentially. One of the most famous captives would be a girl that was abducted not far from here named Cynthia Ann Parker. One report stated that she was brought directly to a lost and inaccessible valley where a stream comes down between war paint canyon walls through the break in the cap rock, the Rio de los Lingos. That 9-year-old girl was taken in by the Comanches, and she soon assimilated and learned to love their culture and their way of life, and she would go on to birth the prolific Comanche war chief, Kawana Parker. Beam of light. More of those designs up there, man. Los Lingos Narrows, or Linguish Narrows, some people call it. Goes by a lot of names.
Yeah,
Barry's picture.
Oh yeah, I'm not a great photographer.
What's
1937. Man, Dorothy Byers. There's some really old carvings here. Technically, these are pictographs if they're that old.
I know, I wanna go up there, up to the cave up there that has all the carvings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely like this. Alright, so this is the wormhole. This is the only place I was really worried about running into snakes at, because they have been seen here, but it looks like we're good.
I'm just gonna tease you, if that's okay. You can tease. Yeah.
Billy Hammond, made sure everybody knows who he is. Jim Kelly.
I've ever gone on, except for
The quarterback?
been a solo one.
Alright, we're heading out to go see the waterfall now. It's pretty cool, the narrows continue.
And I would totally go. I have a lot of steps to it on.
Yeah, looks like there's more slot up here. Wow.
One day when I get my stuff all organized.
This one's taking some work.
Is it doable?
Got a little slot up here. I'm gonna peek up there and see if it's worth the exploration. A little arch up there. And the narrows here are just so long. The slot itself was 300 to 400 feet, and then you just got another quarter to a half mile of narrows, at least on one side. Los Lingos Falls, Linguish Falls. Just kidding.
I was like, it's not very impressive.
No, this is just a little, this isn't it. I told them this was it. I think they were disappointed. There's a small little water feature there. A few fish in there. I don't think I'd get in that water though. Los Lingos Creek. Spring fed. Not as much as South Cedar, but a lot better than North Cedar, which is dried up. This is pretty neat. It's like designs and striations that you'd see at North Coyote Buttes or something. It's pretty. Everything is so green and pretty. Man. Utterly shocked we have not seen any snakes yet. This is prime habitat. Still got hiking to do though, we'll see. And you can see why this area was inhabited with Native Americans and what have you, because of the spring-fed water supply and you know, all the animals that are around. Used to be bison back in the day in this area. Of course, there are some at Cap Rock that were reintroduced, but plenty of shelter, stuff like that. So it makes perfect sense that there would be quite a few villages and stuff like that here. And of course, all of that kind of came to a head 150 years ago during the Red River Wars and the Battle of Palo Duro. Colonel Mackenzie led a surprise raid on encampments in Palo Duro Canyon and got a hold of, I believe it was 1,200 horses. Had them executed about 20 miles north of here in Toole Canyon. But when that happened, that essentially ended the Comanche and other tribes' way of life out here. And shortly thereafter, Quanah Parker and the rest of the Native Americans made their way to Fort Sill and various Indian reservations. This is a beautiful place, you know. I can definitely see why this was their home. And it's a shame that it ended the way that it did. Colonel Mackenzie, you know, he did take the surrender of Quanah Parker, and they called Colonel Mackenzie Bad Hand because of an injury that he had in the Civil War. But he was a very disciplined leader, you know, to push his men hard, and he would go just as hard. But Quanah Parker likewise was an amazing Comanche war chief. Here we go. Los Lingos Falls, also known as Linguish Falls. See some pretty good sized fish in there. It looks pretty deep. Essentially a dark abyss. Very cool. We'll walk up there and go around. So there's another slot right around the corner. We're going to check that out and then see if we can find a way down other than that ladder that's tied on with ropes there by the waterfall. We'll find a way down. I know.
You get lots of rain where you...
Yeah, we get a decent amount of rain. Yeah, checking out another slot. Yeah, it's a nice one. Wow, another good one. Well, it looked good on Google Earth. It's living up to that. It twists and turns its way a little further up there. Wow. Yeah, this slot is pretty cool. Yeah, it winds quite a ways back there. Awesome. No, I stopped right there at the little waterfall. Yeah, there they go. They're right there. What's up? It's a good slot. Yeah, it was pretty cool. This Darlin Terrier dropping down that spot over there. You get all the way down over there? Good. Terry and Darla heading towards the waterfall to head down and join them shortly. Yeah, that ladder probably used to be pretty good back in the day. It's a, I don't know, it looks metal. But if the water's higher, it'd work out really well.
Oh, maybe it was that high.
Yeah.
You were saying half of it's gone. Might not be.
Yeah, because some of it's definitely gone. You can see the bottom corner where it's chipped off. Closing in on Linguish Falls, also known as Los Lingos Falls. Beautiful. Man, check out these striations.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's cool.
That's kind of weird.
It is. Man, this place is awesome.
Oh, yeah, that works. It's not that cool.
Ooh. That stuff is awesome. That's the Texas Panhandle version of the wave here. Alright, that's all for Linguist Falls. Gonna make the several mile hike back now. It's about midday, so it's pretty warm, but it was really neat here at this waterfall. It was really cool to see this. I'm gonna check these little striations out that are up here. Looks really similar to a lot of the colors and the shapes and stuff that you see at the wave, the swirls and everything. Looks really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
You found it? Yep. Really? Good. I lost my pole like that had stickers all over. No, it didn't have stickers. It had leather around the top, but it fell off. Yeah. Yeah, I had my stickers like that, but my stickers, I had no stickers on it. I don't know where I lost it.
This is just one of the most beautiful canyons that I've seen here in the Texas Panhandle. I mean, it's just breathtaking. Alright, we're on the way back. Starting the Narrows portion again. The light should be a lot different this time, so we should see some different colors and stuff like that. It's about 4 hours from me.
Oh, okay. This is where we said we were going to have my
Ooh, okay, maybe they'll
in my
get
backpack.
I'm gonna throw my right there. Thanks.
Oh, all good.
Okay, maybe I'll lie about those mosquitoes. Ooh, maybe I'm gonna put my thumbs up. A large or extra large or something.
Yeah, they said they saw a Western Diamondback right here in the sand.
Wow.
Can we not talk about that right now?
It's probably been dead for a while.
So where was the dead deer?
Right here, I believe.
Somebody
Yeah,
took
right
the
in this spot right here.
carcass.
Yeah.
Something dragged the carcass.
Alright, back to Los Lingos Narrows. Linguist Narrows. Like I said before. Different ways of saying it. Up the slide.
It's pretty light up here.
Man, hot out here. Right where that shadow is Los Lingos Canyon. That's where we just were, right down there. A couple cool slots and a nice cool waterfall. All right, so about a 6-mile hike. It was really cool. Lots of slots, lots of narrows. The history really enamored me before this hike, and it was just like taking a step back into time to actually be in those places with just so much history and stuff like that behind it. It was cool. Took our time, took in the scenery. You know, the waterfall was really cool as well. There were a bunch of little small cascades along the creek as well. Those were really cool to see. But all in all, it was a great hike with great people, and I definitely consider that the best slot canyon I've seen in Texas. Even better, some of the ones I've seen in Utah, and I'm not making that up. I mean, it is a legit slot canyon. One thing to keep in mind, though, it is private property. Ensure you get property from one of the landowners that are around there. There's multiple landowners around where that slot's located at, so do the due diligence and proper work beforehand. It is Texas, you know. Anyway, great day, beautiful weather. Didn't see one snake, which I'm really shocked because the temperature was perfect, the environment was perfect. But you know what? It is what it is. So, beautiful day in the Texas Panhandle.